Hey out there, and welcome. I'm Kate and I'm glad you're here. So today's practice is going to be a strong flow, focusing on the upper body, shoulders, arms. We got some strengthening stuff happening today. A couple of blocks if you want them. I'm really excited. Find a quiet spot, roll out your mat, and let's do some yoga. So we are going to start in child's pose. If resting in child's pose isn't restful, you can go ahead and find something else that works for you. An upright position is perfectly fine. But come on in. You can take your knees farther apart, big toes together. You can keep your knees together, whatever works for you. Take a moment here to settle into your posture. And sometimes it takes a few breaths, right, to get here. So be patient and kind with yourself today. Do you feel your shoulders soften? Let your elbows relax. Feel the weight of your forehead. Let it drop down into the floor, hands block, whatever feels sustainable here, and just breathe. Just feel your breath move through your back body. And feel it move through the sides, the front of your body too. So I read somewhere that having a why, having an intention or a reason for doing a thing makes it easier to move through when that thing gets hard, right? So take a moment here and just think of your why. Why did you roll out your mat? Why did you pick this one? Why are you here? It doesn't have to be some deep thing. Just connect with that reason. Connect with that why for another breath. And carry it with you as we move through our practice today. Walk your hands out in front, but keep your seat on your heels. Pop onto your fingertips. Pull your weight back toward your heels. Feel your upper arms lift and the sides of your body lengthen. And walk your hands over to the right and take a nice lean to the side. Inhale it through center and walk it over to the other side. That right side, pull back. And then back through the middle. Slide your elbows back toward your knees so you're up in this like kind of sphinxy position here, right? Then you're gonna take your right arm and sweep it up. And then thread it underneath. Palm faces the ceiling, come all the way down. And generally we twist over to the left, but don't do that. Let your chest drop straight down onto that upper arm. And press that right arm into the floor while you're here. And then spin your chest toward your right armpit. And breathe. When the inhale comes, sweep your right arm up again. When you exhale, bring that right forearm down next to the left. Interlace your fingers. Lift your hips off the floor, tuck your toes, and send it up and back into like a little itty bitty dolphin, and you can pedal out your feet a little bit. Let it go, side to side. Stretch into the backs of your legs. Yes. And then drop your knees to the mat. Untuck your toes. Hips back to your heels. Find your child's pose. Slide your elbows back underneath you. Let's do the other side, right? Take your left arm, sweep it up. And then thread it underneath. Palm faces the ceiling. Drop your chest straight down onto that arm. And breathe. And press that arm down into the floor. Spin your chest toward that left armpit. Oh, goodness. Inhale, sweep your left arm back up. And then take it next to that right one. Same deal right here. We're gonna interlace your fingers, rock forward onto those forearms, tuck your toes, lift your hips, come on into dolphin again. And it's gonna be maybe a shorter version. Bend your knees if you need to. Feel your forearms press into the floor. Feel your shoulder blades hug into your back. Nice long spine, sides of your body long. And then drop your knees to the mat. You're gonna take your crown of your head, top of your head, right to the floor. Still like right in front of your palms, right? Still in this position. We're almost like we're gonna come into a headstand, which we aren't, so don't worry about it. But take a breath here, feel your shoulders lift away from your ears. Press into the top of your head and slide your hands back toward your knees. Come onto your fingertips. Stay right here, or take your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Take your knuckles up. A little sarangasana here, rabbit pose. And drop those fingertips back down to the floor. And then come back into this like pre-headstand position. Fingers interlaced behind your head. Gaze forward now, dolphin. Come on up and stretch it back. From dolphin, you're gonna walk your shoulders over your elbows and take your feet back. Come into a forearm plank. Good morning. Or afternoon. Or evening. It's morning here. Take your feet a little wider. And then drop your heels over to the right. Let your hips sink. Up through the middle, drop them over to the left. Come through center, drop them over to the right. And through center to the left. One more. Rainbow those heels up and over. And then up and over and through center. Drop your thighs, your hips to the floor, elbows underneath your shoulders. Spread your hands, spread your fingertips, press into your thumbs, roll your shoulders back. Sphinx. Inhale here. When you exhale, curl it in, chin to chest, round your upper back, lift your low belly, lift your hips off the floor. Inhale, set it down, stretch your chest forward. Exhale, pull it in, same deal, round it up. One more, just like that. And pull it in. All right, last time. This time as you exhale, you're gonna press into the tops of your feet. Lift it all up and hold. Elbows pull towards your feet, feet towards your elbows. For 10, 9, 8, feel your quads lift. 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Slowly set it all the way back down. Drop your forehead to the mat, sweep your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Ardha Shalabhasana, glide those knuckles back. Lift your chest up. Inhale. Exhale, release. Take your hands underneath your shoulders, press it up, find plank. Downward facing dog. Pedal it out, take a breath. Ready? Rock forward, find your plank. Feet just a little wider than hips distance. You're gonna take your hips, drop them over to the right. Drag it up through center and over to the left. Up through center, and then dip your hips down. Keep your toes tucked like we were gonna come into an up dog. Up into plank. Dip over to the right, through the middle, and over to the left. Through the middle, dip those hips. One more. Lift it into plank. Oh, I know. Dip it over to the right. Through center, over to the left. Through center, dip your hips. Now you can drop your knees, untuck your toes, soften your hips down, bend your elbows, cobra pose, bhujangasana. Feel your chest lengthen up. And then little push-ups here. Lower it down, press it back up. Lower it down, press it back up. One more, lower it down. Press it back up, and then pull it back. Downward facing dog. Take your gaze forward, and you're gonna tiptoe to the top of the mat. Let yourself hang here.
Grab opposite hand to elbow for a moment, sway. And release your hands, inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Bend your knees, sink your hips, chair pose. Take a breath here, inhale. Exhale, fold it back down, Uttanasana. Sweep your hands behind your back, interlace your fingers. Take those knuckles, drag them away from your ears. You got it, release your hands. Inhale, chair pose again. Sink a little deeper. Press into the floor, come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana, reach it up. Drop that left hand down to your left thigh, stretch up and reach over. Inhale it up through the middle. Same thing to the other side. Take your lean over to the right. Inhale, bring it up through the middle, exhale, and dive it forward, Uttanasana. Fold, halfway lift, inhale. Downward facing dog, step it back. Now you're gonna take your left foot, lift it up and sweep it back behind you. And get a little kick through this left leg, right? You're gonna soften your right knee, come onto the ball of that right foot. And like you're gonna do a little spring action, hop that right foot forward a little bit. Boop. And then hop it back. Hop it forward a little bit farther. And hop it back. Can you go a little farther? Hop it forward. Boop. And then back. And then gaze to your thumbs. Take aim. Hop that foot up to your thumbs. Whoosh. Lengthen your spine, inhale. Step that left foot to the back of the mat. Drop your knee. Anjaneyasana, inhale, reach it up. Let those hips sink down, tailbone nice and long. Interlace your fingers behind your head. Lean your weight back. But feel your chest lift, lift, lift. Keep those fingers interlaced. You're gonna take your hands, stretch them back behind you, flip your palms toward the back of the room. Inhale here. Exhale, hands to the floor. Ardha Hanuman, pull it back. And breathe. Feel those sitting bones stretch back behind you. Rock it forward, standing split. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, left foot next to the right and fold, Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Let it go. Bend your knees, sink your hips, chair pose. All right, you ready? Here we go. Sink a little lower. You're gonna drop your butt all the way down to the floor. Come into half boat. Extend those legs. Reach your arms behind. Come on back up, chair pose. Blocks if you want them. Use those hands if you need. Sink it down. Boat. Kick it back. Bring it back up, chair. One more. You got this. Lower it down. Stretch it out. Bring it back up. And chair. And fold. Uttanasana. Oh, goodness. Halfway lift. Downward facing dog. There we go. Take that right leg. Lift it up and kick it back. And we're gonna get bouncy with this left side, right? So bend that left knee. This right leg can be a little bit of like a kicky action here, right? You're gonna hop that left foot forward just a little bit. Whoop. And hop it back. Hop it forward a little farther. And hop it back. Maybe a little farther. And then back. Gaze all the way to those thumbs. Hop it up as high as you can. Go. Halfway lift. Step it to the back of the mat. Drop that right knee. Anjaneyasana. Sweep it up. Interlace those fingers behind your head. Elbows splay. Keep that lift through your tailbone, or that lift through your low belly, and length through your tailbone. Flip those palms. Stretch your arms toward the back of the room. Lower ribs stay hugged in. Inhale. Exhale, hands to the floor. Slide it back. Ardha Hanuman. Rock forward. Step it up. Standing split. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, step it down, right foot next to the left, and fold. Halfway lift. And let it go. Ride that in breath. Come all the way up, Urdhva Hastasana. You got this. Exhale and fold Uttanasana. Halfway lift. Downward facing dog. We'll skip the boat to chair. That was a fun little intermission. We can leave it where it was. Take your left leg, lift it up, stretch it back. Ready? Get hoppy. We're going for one big hop, gaze forward. Take that right foot up, right between your thumbs. Yes, lengthen your spine. And then fingers, hips still on the mat. Take that left foot to the back of the mat. Nice long lunge here. Breathe. Warrior two, spin it open. Yes. Soften through those shoulders. We're going Skandasana to the back of the mat. Sink your hips. Warrior three to that right foot. Shift. Find your balance. Shoulder blades in. Roll that inner left thigh toward the ceiling. Pull your outer right hip back. All right, you're gonna drag your left knee into your chest. Pistol all the way down to your butt. Oh, boat pose, low boat. Take it all the way as low as you can go. Bring it all the way back up. High boat, lower it down. Bring it up. Lower it down. Oh my gosh, bring it up. Cross it in. Step it back, downward facing dog. Inhale, rock forward, find your plank. All right, here we go. Exhale, chaturanga. Come back into dolphin. Slide your elbows to the floor. Pause here. Press into your thumbs, inner wrists wrap down. Gaze forward, chaturanga. Plank. Downward facing dog. Oh. Take your right leg, lift it up, kick it back. Get super bouncy. Here we go, gaze forward. Take that left foot. Hop it like you mean it. Take it up. Inhale, lengthen. Step it to the back of the mat. Sink your hips, nice long lunge here. Pause for a moment. And then open it up, warrior two. Press into your feet. Breathe. This is spicy. Why is it so spicy? Skandasana, sink into that right knee. Warrior three to that left foot. Draw your knee in. Kick it all the way through. Pistol to the floor. Low boat. Yes, bring it up. Regular old Navasana. Lower it down. Bring it up. One more. Lower it down. Bring it up. Oh, cross those ankles. Make your way back. Down dog. Let's add on to that, right? Take your left leg. Lift it up, stretch it back. Here we go. Come high into the ball of your right foot. We're gonna hop it forward. Here we go. Take it to your thumbs. Drop that back foot. Warrior two. Skandasana. Warrior three. Keep your hands at prayer here. Catch your balance. Now you're gonna soften that right knee. Take a breath in. When you exhale, straighten your right leg, pull your left knee in, give yourself a little hug. Inhale, kick it back, bend that right knee. Exhale, pull it in. Little tiny ball. One more, kick it back. Pull it in. Giving your arms a break. Kick it back, there are three, soften that right knee. Step it back, stay low, chest stays low, sweep your arms back. Inhale, come up, crescent lunge. Relax through your shoulders. You got this. Gonna take your left hand to the blocker to the floor, revolved half moon. Shoot it forward, launch onto that right foot. Lengthen your spine. I like a block for this one. Roll your right shoulder open, keep that left leg lifting. Breathe. Standing split. Inhale, lengthen your spine. Exhale, pull that left knee in, kick it all the way through. Come down, low boat again, reach it back. Pull it up, come all the way through, downward facing dog. Come on forward into your plank. Here we go, chaturanga. Bring it into dolphin. Float that right leg up. Keep that right leg lifted. Take your gaze forward. Reach your chest toward your thumbs. Peel your elbows up. Chaturanga. Press into plank. Pull that right knee into your chest. Kick it up and back. Down dog split. Bend your knee, stack your hip open. And then drop it back. Wild thing. Bring this right shin forward for pigeon. Lengthen up. Come out and over. Give yourself a second here. Soften. Come back to your why. Sometimes it's hard to do when you're working really hard, or you gotta tap in. Just relax here. Let these be the moments where you reconnect, where you gather. If you've started to blah out into the ether, bring yourself back right here, anchored in your breath and settled into your why. All right, downward facing dog. Regular old vinyasa if you want it, or stay in your dog. Okay. Take your right leg, lift it up, stretch it back. Get bouncy through that left knee. You ready? Gaze forward. Hop that left foot up. Drop your right foot to the back of the mat. Spin it open, warrior two. Yes, indeed. Here we go. Skandasana. Bring it back into warrior three to that left foot. Hands come to prayer. Take your time. Set up the balance. Shoulder blades in, core strong. Soften that left knee. Press the floor away. Straighten that leg as you pull the right knee in. Kick it back. Soften your left knee. Do it again. Drag it in. Kick it out. One more. Drag it in. Kick it out. Keep softening that left knee. Spine nice and long. Step that right foot to the back of the mat. Keep your torso over this thigh. Sweep your arms back. Little launch pose here. And then come on up. Crescent lunge. Yes. We're gonna go for our revolved half moon. Shift into this left foot. Take your right hand, launch it forward. Lift that right leg up. Outer left hip's gonna pull back, lengthen your spine. Roll your top shoulder open. Sweep that left arm up. Standing split. Drag that right knee in, come all the way down. Low boat. Bring it all the way up. Hop those feet through, downward facing dog. Come on forward into your plank. You got this. Chaturanga. Come into your dolphin. Take that left leg, float it up. Gaze forward. Keep that left leg lifted. Chaturanga. Plank. Drag your left knee into your chest. Kick it up and back. Bend your knee, stack your hip, open. Drop it all the way back, wild thing. Then bring this left leg through, find pigeon. And fold. Couple of breaths right here. Relax through your shoulders. One more little vinyasa coming up. You got this. Hands underneath your shoulders. Step it back. Downward facing dog. We're going right into it. Take your left leg. Lift it up. Stretch it back. Gaze it forward. Hop it up. Drop that back foot to the back of the mat. Drop your back knee. Inhale. Reach up here. Hands behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Ooh. Lift through your chest. Here it is. Take your chest forward. Shoulder blades in the back. Spine nice and long. Tuck those back toes. Lift your back knee. Keep your chest tilted over that front thigh. Hop your weight into your right foot. Toppling tree. Lift your left leg. Let your nose come down toward the floor. And that's why we call it toppling tree. Because it topples. You got it. Step it back. Crescent lunge. Inhale. Exhale. Warrior two. Skandasana. Warrior three. Top of the mat. Beautiful. Come all the way up now to stand. Pull that left knee into your chest. Kick your left foot forward. Take your fingertips, reach them up. Soften that right knee now. We're going to sink into a little like kicky chair. Keep that right knee bent. Sweep the left leg back. Little bent knee, Vera three. Step that left foot to the back of the mat. Drop your left hand. Sweep your right arm up. Give yourself a twist. Then roll onto the outer edges of both feet. Sink your hips, reach it back. Oh, it's glorious. Lift your hips from here. Take that right foot, stack it up. Side plank it. Plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Plank. Downward facing dog. Oh my goodness. Shake it out. Okay. One more little bit. Ready? Here we are. Take that right leg, lift it up, stretch it back. We're gonna get hoppy with it. Take your gaze forward. Hop it up. Right foot to the back of the mat. Drop your back knee. Inhale, Anjaneyasana. Exhale, hands come behind your back. Interlace your fingers. Spread through your collarbones. Lift into your chest. Oh, yes. And then bring your chest forward. Keep your shoulder blades in your back. Keep that nice long spine. Sides of your neck even nice and long. And then lift your back knee. Pause it right here. Toppling tree. Ooh, same on this side, right? It's okay. Take Take your nose toward your shin there. Step it back, slow and steady, crescent lunge, inhale. You getting a little sweaty here? I hope so. Skandasana. Bring it forward, warrior three. Standing balance, come all the way up, pull your right knee into your chest. Kick that right foot forward, take your fingertips to the sky. Little kicky chair, right? Sink your hips. Keep that left knee bent, sweep your right leg back. Vira three. Right foot all the way back, drop your right hand. Sweep your left arm up, give it a twist. Inhale. And then drop onto the outer edges of both feet. Exhale, sink your hips. Take your gaze toward that right foot. Oh. Lift it up, re-engage through that right side body. Right side, side plank. Vashisthasana, press the floor away, lift it up. Take that left hand to the floor, plank. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. You can do it. Chaturanga. Upward facing dog. Chaturanga. Downward facing dog. Oh my goodness. Oh, drop your knees to the mat. Bring your forearms to the floor, interlace your fingers. Curl your chin toward your chest and take a moment right here. In your table, right, press your forearms into the floor. Find that sweet spot on your head where you don't feel like your chin's too close to your chest or too far away from your chest. Nice line up here. You can hang out right here. You can keep your head on the floor, forearms on the floor, lift your knees. Press your forearms into the mat and see how much weight you can take out of your head with your head still on the floor. And then maybe if you feel comfortable with it, you can walk your feet in a little bit closer. Pull one heel in like we were going to come into a little tiny egg. And then maybe the other one comes in too. We come into a little tiny egg here. And maybe one leg wants to go up. Maybe the other one does. Maybe not today. Headstand, sneaky style. Wibbly wobbly. Bring it down when you want it to. Child's pose. If you want to pause the video and go for that again, by all means, please do that. All right, come on up. Roll onto your back. Take those legs all the way up. Take a minute here. Legs in space. If you have a block and you want to slide that underneath your sacrum there, you can do that. We're not going to be here for too long, but give yourself a moment to feel your shoulders drop into the floor and take your feet up. Maybe shake it out a little bit. That was a lot of work in a short amount of time. You're going to bend your knees into your chest. Blop your feet back to the ground. If you do have a block under there, lift your hips, slide it out. Here we go. We're going to come to bridge. Ready? Press into your feet, lift your hips. Keep those hips lifted. Take your arms, stretch them up and overhead. Take a breath here. When the exhale comes, you're going to slowly start to round your back into the floor, starting with that upper spine. Keep your tailbone lengthening, almost like your back is rounding down to the floor, right? The middle of your spine, slow and easy till that low back comes down. Keep scooping your tailbone. And then let your pelvis hit the floor and then let your tailbone relax down. And then take your arms back down by your sides. Press into your feet. Lift your hips, come on up. Bridge. This time bring your arms underneath you, interlace your fingers. For the center of the back of your head, press into the floor. Feel those fists press into the floor. And then toe heel your feet over to the right until your fists are to the outer left hip there and you're hanging out over your right arm. And then lay down on that arm. Yes. Gorgeous. Push into your feet, lift your hips. Toe heel back through center. And all the way over to the left. Same deal here, fists to that outer right hip. Lay down on that left forearm. And breathe. Push into your feet, lift your hips, toe heel through the middle. One more time, you're gonna keep those hips lifted, release your hands, take your arms overhead. And then slow and steady, lower it all the way down to the floor. As slow as you can roll it down. When you hit the ground all the way, let your arms drop by your sides, pull your knees into your chest and just rock a little bit. Arms up to the sides, let your knees drop over to the right. Take your gaze over to the left. Bring it up through the middle. Drop it over to the left. Take your gaze to the right. One more time, pull your knees in. Happy baby if you want it, or just hang right here with these knees drawn in. Tailbone long. And when you're ready to stretch it out, stretch it out. Let your feet come as wide as they want, big old starfish on the mat. Close your eyes and take a few breaths. Come back to your breath. As soon as your mind starts to wander, just come back. Feel all the work. Leave your muscles as you surrender your weight into the floor and just breathe here. And you get to stay here as long as you want. When you're ready to come out, you're gonna deepen your breath. Wiggle your fingers and your toes and pull your knees into your chest. And roll to one side and just pause here for a second. Press into the strength of your arms when you're ready to come back into your day. Come all the way up, find a comfortable seat. And keep your eyes closed and your gaze inward for another moment as you lengthen through the crown of your head. Bring your palms together to Anjali Mudra and bow your head and say a quiet thanks to your body and your breath. And honor your why. And may your why continue to move you through the rest of your day. And when you need it, just call on it, right? Thank you for being here, sharing your practice with me. It is a joy and a privilege. I look forward to practicing with you again soon. Make it a great day.